So last week we had learned what is the meaning on the management, what is the meaning on construction, what is the meaning on site and also project. Okay, so part 2 is the definition or the integration both on the construction management, project management and also site management. Okay, project management, construction management and also site management. So the integration definition on the integration of this chapter. Okay, for part 1. Okay, the purpose of this sub chapter is to actually briefly analyze, differentiate and conclude on each of the particular terms. Okay, those move was crucial in order for the students to understand well enough, right? So you have a brief idea on what is actually project management, construction management and site management. Even before we integrate those terms, you should have a brief idea because we have gone through the part 1. Okay, so project management overview, definition of project management. According to PMI USA, the project management means the application of knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to project activities in order to meet or exceed stakeholders' need and expectation from a project. Who is the stakeholders? Remember last week I've mentioned who is the stakeholders. We have the client, we have the contractor, consultants, architects. So that is the stakeholders. Okay, but you need to follow the client's needs. Okay, right. So where meeting the stakeholders' needs and expectations consists of balancing the involved resources with their requirement. So what is our resources? Do you still remember? The workers, money, materials, and also machineries. Okay. Alright. Definitions of project management according to BS 6079 and ISO 21500 is the planning, monitoring and control of all aspects of a project and the motivation of all those involved in it in order to achieve the project objective within agreed criteria of time, cost and performance. That is the definition according to BS 6079 and ISO 21500. So a project will not be successful unless all or at least most of the participants are not only competent but also motivated to produce a satisfactory outcome. Okay, you can refer to this one. Okay, so project management is actually a set of methods and approaches toward project resources to achieve the series of activities, to achieve established goals through a series of activities and to achieve the project goal and objective. Okay, so that is definition of project management. Another definition is that project management is the art of directing and coordinating human and material resources throughout the life of a project by using modern management techniques to achieve predetermined objective of scope, cost, time, quality and participant satisfaction. Okay, so lebih kurang sama kan, maksudnya every definition actually have these activities and also to achieve objective with resources. Okay, lebih kurang sama, semua macam tu. So function of project management for construction, first is specifying project objective and plans, which include the outline of scope, budget, schedule, setting performance requirements and selecting project participants. Sebab dia kena manage semua. Alright. So secondly, to maximizing the efficient resources utilization. So that's why later you will learn how to do leveling. So maximizing efficient resources utilization through procurement of labor, material and equipment according to the prescribed schedule and plan. Number three is implementing various operations through proper coordination and control of planning, design, estimating, contracting, and construction in the entire process. And number four is developing effective communication and other mechanisms for resolving conflicts among the various project participants. So a project manager need to have a very good communication skill. Okay. So if you can see from this figure, the level of efforts in project management will varies between the life cycles of project by referring to a general contractual approach. The efforts mountain of the preliminary stage of project, which basically consists of planning and designing among others. So the project started with project initiation, project funding, environmental design, permitting, real prosperity acquisition, bid and award, construction, commissioning and operations. So this is the life cycle of a project, okay? But it's not detail yet, okay? So you need to go to this project manager, uh, the project manager task, okay? Project manager is usually the leader throughout the whole project life cycle, okay? The roles and tasks generally surround technical aspects, information, technology aspect, managing human resources. So this is the role of project manager. The hard skill for project manager is actually project manager need to requires hard skill and soft skill. Okay, the hard skill covers such subject as business case, cost control, change management, project life cycle, work breakdown structure, um, project organization, network analysis, and value analysis. Okay, this analysis is actually uh, will learn on the elective subject on planning. Okay, planning and scheduling. Okay, and then the risk management, quality management, estimating, tender analysis and procurement. That is the hard skill covered by the project management, project manager. The soft skills, soft topic, including the health and safety, stakeholder analysis, team building, leadership, communication, information management, negotiation, conflict management, dispute resolution, value management, configuration management, financial management, marketing, sales, and law. That is the soft skill. Okay, so there is so many tasks for project management. Okay, however, project manager roles and responsibilities is actually depends on the type of organization, type and size of project. For example, in many large construction companies, the project manager is not permitted to get involved in industrial, for example, in site disputes, and these are more effectively resolved by specialist industrial relations manager who actually conversant with the current labor, national, local laws, and site conditions. So it actually depends on the project. Okay. So this is the actually the soft skills required the project manager, which including the communication skill, critical thinking and problem solving, teamwork skills, entrepreneurship skills, lifelong learning, ethics and professional, and also leadership skill. Somehow, like a general in battle, the manager must develop a plan of action and then direct and control the forces or the resources in the coordinated and timely fashion so that the objective is achieved. Okay, so the construction management manager is provided with resources such as labor, equipment, and materials, and is expected to build a facility, okay, to build the product or services that meets the specification and is consistent with the drawings provided by the project. So these skills need to be mastered by the project manager to achieve the project goals and objective. Okay, because the mission of construction is constrained in terms of the availability of time and amount of availability of money, time and money. Okay, so the challenge faced by the construction manager is to actually apply the resources of workers, machine and materials within the limited funding, limited money and limited time. So this is the soft skill need to mastered by the project manager so that it can be done. Okay. So the manager actually must be clever and innovative in the utilization of resources available. Also can read this one, Project Management Body of Knowledge, PM book guide, for more information regarding the project manager. Okay, what is the characteristic of project manager? Number one, the answer for number one is here. Delivering clear presentation, practice active listening skills and respond, develop personal communication skill, communication with the participant from different cultures, using technology in the presentation, negotiate and reach agreement, delivering ideas clearly and effectively, and ability to use non-verbal skill. So what is the answer for number one? Communication. Saya pakai mouse je ni. Tak stabil. Okay, number two. Identify and analyze problems in complex situation. Expand and improve thinking skills. Think beyond the limit, survive and give full attention to give duties, adopt to the new community and environment, making decisions based on valid evidence, find new ideas and alternative solution. So what is the answer for number two? Number three, responsible to team results, build good relationship, contribute to the planning and coordinating team effort, respecting the others, teamwork. Okay, teamwork. Right, number four. Identify business opportunity, ability to plan business, develop, explore and seize business opportunities, ability to be self-employed as entrepreneurship. All right, very good. Number five, find and manage relevant information for various sources, develop acquisitive mind and knowledge, accept new ideas and capable of autonomous learning. Number five, lifelong learning kan. Number six, ada ethics and professionalism. Understand the impact of economic, environmental and social culture on the professional practice. Analyze, make decision and solve ethics problems. Practice ethical behavior. That is number six. And number seven is to ability to lead a project, ability to supervise team members, basic knowledge on leadership theory, ability to switch role between the team leader and team members. Kat sini pun dah ada jawapan dia kan. Dia cakap leader. The answer is leadership. Sebab dah tulis kat situ kan. Lead. So the answer is leadership. This is the characteristic of project manager. We have a total 7 characteristic of project manager. Susah tak nak jadi project manager? So you need to have these 7 characteristics. Okay, to sum up, project management requires the inclusion of important management function, which is planning, organizing, coordinating, leading, and controlling, in order to accomplish the organizational goals in an effective and efficient manner by exploiting project's critical components, which is time, cost, quality, scope, and resources throughout the entire life cycles. So kenapa dia kata exploiting? Because you need to actually manage accordingly to the situation, right? Okay, this is summary of several characteristics and approach to project manager, which is time period. So you need to have to define the start and end, and you need to manage properly along the process of project management life cycle. And then the product or service, one of its kind, is according to the client's requirement. And critical component is the time, cost, quality, scope, and resources need to balance and in equilibrium. Means that you need to manage the resources within the scope of time, right? And then the resources is the money, manpower, material, and also machines. Okay, if the company do not have the machines by its own, you need to plan on the renting the machines. So you need to also plan the time period of it. So that's why you need to manage properly these resources. Environments, you also need to have inclusion of risk management and change management to actually face the complex and uncertain environment. Macam sekarang lah, COVID-19 ni kita benda yang uncertain and complex. Sebab we do not know how next can be happen. Okay, tiba-tiba je ada fourth wave lah, third wave, naik balik case sampai 20,000 for example, we don't know that. Okay, so you need to face that and manage that. And phases where you need to manage properly from the idea to acceptance of project. Sebab the project started with the idea from the client. So you need to actually settle until the acceptance of the project. So this is the cycle of construction management. The cycle of construction management ni bukannya life cycles of project, because the bigger aspect is on the life cycles of the project, but this is only on the project management, which it started from the idea. Number one, the idea. Okay, and then we have number two, the conceptual design, and then approval of conceptual design, and then the preliminary and final design, bid package complete, and decision to release for bid, and advertise notice to bidders. So when you start advertise noting to bidders, actually the construction cycle starts from here. Kat sini dah start construction cycle. Okay. Here. And then after that, bid period and receipt of proposal and select contractor is under the construction life cycle. Means that the project management is still here. Sorry, it's still the whole from the idea. All right. And then number 9 is select contractor. Number 10, notice to proceed. Number 11 is construction period. And number 12 is the inspection and acceptance of project. Means that the project finish here. So after the project finish, actually we have another cycle, which is the facility management cycle. Okay, but for construction project life cycle started from number 1 to number 12 only. This is the cycle. Right. And then we start with the construction management. So by referring to this table from CIOB, okay, Chartered Institute of Building, UK, it was obvious that management construction projects surrounded by any development of a new or existing built environment where the practice are conducted within and beyond the sphere of construction practitioners and other values chain stakeholder itself. Hence, the whole construction project life cycle need to be geared up to attain a sustainable and responsible development in order to serve the humankind and Mother Earth. They also asserted that the development of the discipline must continuously enhanced by a well-versed information which is supported by and challenged by both the industrial and the academia. So indeed, the integration will constantly assist the positive movement of the discipline so that it will not keep stagnant too long. Okay, so it can be dividing the comprehensive explanation into 6 sections, which is the management of the development, conservation, and improvement of the built environment, the exercise at a variety of levels from the start in project to the corporate organization of the industry and its client to society as a whole. Embracing the entire construction value stream from inception to recycling and focusing upon a commitment to sustainable construction. Number 4, incorporating a wide range of specialist service guided by a system of value demonstrating responsibility to humanity and the future of our planet. And lastly, informed, supported, and challenged by an independent academic discipline. In sustainable, you need to do recycling because we want to, part 1, remember in our lecture last week, part 1. So you need to have this cradle to cradle concept means that from the product that we build, we will have disposal. Kita akan ada waste. So we need to recycle the waste so that it can back to nature or it also can be used again in our construction. Ingat tak dia punya jadual? So in order to have the product or services, when you do the project, you will have the residuals. Okay, so this is what you need to recycle, the residuals. Okay, so in recycle, you have this layer of recycle, remember? Reduce is the bigger area. Reduce ni ada ruang yang paling besar. Means that you need to do reduce first. And then it's smaller, reuse. The smaller size is recycle. Okay. So first, kalau boleh, tak payah buat waste. So this is the first stage. Kalau boleh tak payah buat waste. You do not need to do any waste. Kalau boleh tak ada. Maksudnya, when the project finish, no waste. Okay, that is the best. Second, reuse. Reuse means that without any process, you reuse. For example, macam you reuse the furnitures from the previous building. Before you demolish, you actually select a few things that you can reuse. The furnitures, the bath facilities, mungkin ada sinki ke apa yang boleh guna, and then you want to reuse in your new building. Okay, recycle need to go through another process so that it can be used again. For example, I mentioned last week, the paper, black and white paper, will be recycled. Will go to the factory to go to another process so that it can be recycled as tissue paper. Tissue, dia buat balik jadi tissue. Okay, so recycle need to go to the factory and do another process. Okay, so that's why we need to have this process so that the residuals ataupun waste kita tadi go back and become resources that can be used as a material for the construction project. again to actually develop the product or services. So nampak tak dekat situ dia ada satu cycle. Daripada sampah ni dia jadi balik sumber. Sumber sama ada energy ataupun materials to do the construction project, either product or services. This is actually the role and task of construction manager. This diagram shows the categories of tasks and roles need to be performed by construction managers. However, they have quite a number of subcategories which did not cover in the diagram. So in the diagram, we have these resources. We have which is resources, which is the staff, materials, labor, plant, machinery, subcontractors, and construction manager also need to responsible for the objective, which is safety, money, quality, time, environment, and also general construction management tasks, and also overall essential competency. However, which did not cover in this diagram is the construction manager also liaise with architects, planners, engineers, surveyor, tradespeople, and suppliers. Dia kena jumpa juga suppliers to ensure the projects are complete and on time and budget lah, ikut masa dan budget. So they can often be described as site managers, as their role is to run a construction site. They are different to project managers who actually coordinate all aspects of the overall project. Okay, so, nampak dia coordinate semualah project manager ni. So the construction manager also need to discussing construction proposal with the design team and client. Kena pandai baca design. Of course, all engineers must know how to read design, because you know the labor, especially the unskilled labor, dia tak boleh baca design. Jadi you yang kena terjemahkan. And also the client, you also need to discuss proposal with the client, with the design team. Okay, working on the construction program, managing the work and safety of all staff working on or visiting the site, monitoring progress, cost, and checking quality, and reporting regularly to the client and design team, and liaising with the local authority to ensure the building is constructed to building regulation and standard. So construction managers must be a good problem solver. Semua ni, betul tak? So construction management must be a good problem solver and planners, orang yang pandai nak plan macam mana nak buat semua ni. They have a great people skills and a good at presenting and debating ideas in meetings, and also need to have a depth knowledge of all aspects of the construction business, as well as organize, and also need to have a good numeric numbering skills. Okay, kena kira okay berapa persen dia dah siap, berapa congak je. That is the construction manager's task. Okay, we can summing up the construction manager task. Construction construction manager task. In terms of time period, have to define start and end, sama macam project manager tadi, same as project manager. Also need to define the start and end, also need to manage properly. And product and service also same with project manager, one of its kind unit according to client's requirement. Critical component, time, cost, quality, scope, resources. Okay, need to be balanced in equilibrium. Sama juga macam project management, betul tak? Masih lagi sama. And resources, money, manpower, material, machines need to be managed properly. And environment, complex, uncertain, and demanding. Also need to have inclusion of risk management, change management, and phases from bidding to acceptance of project need to manage properly. Sama tak macam project management, project manager? Lebih kurang sama kan? So, okay, ini yang saya cakap tadi. Construction project life cycle. This is the construction project life cycle. Kita ada sampai nombor 12 ni. But inside construction project life cycle, we have construction phase. Ni dia yang saya cakap tadi, daripada nombor 7 sampai nombor 12 is the construction phase. Here. So, this is the task of construction manager. Dia sama, dia punya task macam project manager. The task is quite similar with the project manager, but the task started with number 7 until number 12. On the other hand, project manager, the task start at number 1. Project manager tadi daripada nombor 1 sampai nombor 12 ni dia kena focus. Tapi construction manager daripada nombor 7 sampai 12. Okay. So, can you differentiate between project manager and construction manager? Apa perbezaan dia? You actually can go to here. You can see the difference between construction manager and project manager. What is the difference? Okay. Kalau tengok tadi dia punya kerja macam sama je kan? Cuma the starting, the scope is at the construction. Construction manager start their task at the construction cycle. Okay. Task dia start dekat sini. Construction cycle tadi. Sini. But the project manager start from number 1 to 12. Okay, that is the difference. Alright. Site management is involve a combination of site activities, which mainly the organization of turning necessary resources into finished product. Site management involve a combination of site activities, which mainly the organization of turning necessary resources into a finished product. So the most important thing in site management is to achieve the best productivity. Better productivity translate to better cost performance and better schedule performance. So usually the construction manager plays the role of site manager, right? And this is the characteristic of site management, which is an excess of working loads and hours, a number of conflicting parties to deal, usually leads by the site manager. A typical site organization chart, this is a site manager. Under site manager have safety officer, QS, senior site supervisor, site engineer. Okay, so site engineer ni bawah site manager lah. Okay, atas site manager tu ada lagi project manager. Okay, so under senior site supervisor, we have another site supervisor, which is the contractor punya site supervisor. And then below that site supervisor, dia ada gang for the operative. So usually, okay, macam ni, bila dekat site, usually we have these contractors, betul tak? Contractors. So these contractors will work at site according to the activities, WBS, work breakdown structure, which actually we have divided the activities into WBS, okay? So some of the activities will be done parallel. Two activities can be conducted together, for example. Okay, for example, during the building construction, for example, kita dah buat flooring, kita dah siap buat lantai, and then we want to continue with wall, for example, dinding. Kita naik dinding, kita naik column, okay, column. Okay, at that first phase is column, buat column dulu, and then mungkin in sebahagian column tu kita dah buat, we continue with wall. So group A, gang 1 will do columns. Dekat bangunan kita dia akan buat kolom. Okey, tapi bangunan ataupun tempat yang dah siap kolom tu kita nak naik dinding. So we have another gang, one group to do the wall. Okay, so there are two activities working together, which is column and wall, which done separately by different gang, different group. Kita panggil gang lah dekat kalau dekat site kita panggil gang. Gang 1, gang 2, gang 3. Jadi kalau ada, if we have for example 3 activities, so we have 3 gang, 3 gang. So each gang tu dia ada dia punya site supervisor bawah dia. Dia akan jaga that activities. Okay. So quantity surveyor will be the task will be in QS. Quantity surveyor will be task which analyzing existing budget and making improvement, reviewing plan, preparing quality estimation, negotiating with various contractors and vendors, as well as building relationship with clients and site manager. Ni QS punya kerja ya. Alright. So this is actually the role and task for site managers. Okay, sama macam yang figure sebelum ni. But we have this one, resources, for example, staff, materials, labor, plant and subcontractor. Who is the staff? The role and task for site manager is actually quite similar with the construction manager. Betul tak? Since both of them were mostly stationed on site. So it's quite similar. However, construction manager cover much a larger scope, which actually recommend more roles and more tasks to be performed, right? For example, the staff will be, who is the staff? The visiting consultants, the site or trade foremen, the trainees, site supervisors, that is under site managers. The materials, how about the materials? Site managers need to handle with the take-off, schedule and supplier, weekly record, apa lagi ya? Stock, storage material, semua dia yang kena handle. Labor including the recruitment, dismissal, nak buang kerja siapa-siapa, dia under dia boleh juga. And then intersite license traders, supervision, kalau misalnya nak buat LI, latihan industri, intern, supervision is under site manager. Direction and motivation, weekly and monthly record, and also approve wages, gaji, and also prepare working sketches is also under site manager. Plan, apa dia plan? Dia kena schedule, buat jadual for the machine, supplier, weekly hire records, and then apa lagi? Kena dia control plant and equipment, and also subcontractor pun bawah dia juga. Okay. And then this one for survey workers, kena tengok dia punya setting out, level, datums, benchmark, signage, admin pun dia juga, and then pre-construction, and then also responsible to third parties, contractor, clients, clerk, and then safety. Safety apa? Risk management, dia kena buatlah record health and safety admins, semua dia kena ada. Money, so he or she need to do the weekly and monthly cost control, assist, valuation, claims and payment under money. Okay, quality macam mana? Dia kena check quality. So need to supervise all the checking, quality checking. Time, need to have, need to monitor, record progress, semua dia kena buat. And also environment, need to control activation to minimize impact to the environment. Okay, this is component of site management. We have site organization, which is site personnel and roles and responsibility. Site planning, dia ada workers, materials, machineries, site layout and site record. Okay, so we have 3 components of site management. And the important elements in construction site management is site layout, weather, material management, workforce management, activities and trade sequencing, subcontractors management, and also schedule acceleration. Here is a site protection plan. A site protection plan is actually used to ensure that disturbance to the site ecology and soils are minimized during the construction operations. So the construction manager must understand the potential impacts that can result from construction activities in order to establish and implement a site protection plan effectively. Many construction activities clearly have the potential to impact site ecology and soil negatively. So a site protection plan includes the erosion and sedimentation control, pollution prevention control, reduce site disturbance, and also environmentally friendly construction operations. Okay, so you have this, what kind of pollution, the sources, so how to actually mitigate, and also how to prevention measures, how to do the proactive prevention measures. So you can see here, dah banyak. First of all, you see the construction project life cycle for the project manager. Kan yang warna biru, warna purple ni untuk project manager. And then second, you learn the construction manager, the green color, which responsible in the construction phase. And just now you learn the site management, which actually responsible in the site phase, the orange color, yang dekat orange color. Ni perbezaan dia. This is the site phase, which under site management. 3 lapis. So this is actually the difference. Okay, from number 11, which is construction period. Bila construction period start until the project finish, that is the site phase, which is under site manager. So ni under site manager, yang warna hijau ni under construction manager, and warna purple is under project manager. That is the difference. Actually, we have finished construction project management. Means that the construction project management is the whole construction project life cycle. Satu ni semua, itu adalah construction project management. So from here, actually the whole project life cycle is including this one, facilities management. This is the one that I mentioned just now, that the whole construction project life cycle is including from number 1 to number 12. Projek siap tadi nombor 12 ya. Handover 13. Dia ada sampai 14, which is decommissioning ataupun demolition. Sebab dah facility management means that when you hand over the project, you have this liability period where at the end of the construction project life cycle, the project cannot be used anymore. Bangunan tu dah tak boleh guna lagi. dia dah perlukan maintenance, dia perlukan repairing works. So you decide to demolish and build another building. Contohnya lah after 14 ni, nombor 4 ni, last kali nak buat keputusan untuk dia punya facility management dah end. And the facility management kita nak buat demolition. Kita nak demolish. So ini adalah the whole construction project life cycle. From the idea, daripada idea nak buat, last kali robohkan balik sampai habis. Maksudnya back to zero. So here yang kita belajar tadi 1 to 12 is the construction project management. Semua ni adalah construction project management. Yang dalam ni, here the green color is site management. It's cover from the site activity started until handover. And then you go to construction management here. Construction management started from here, which is started from the procurement, construction. Kita start buat tender tu. Nak cari kontraktor, nak pilih kontraktor. Okay. So it started the construction management. And then project management started here at the idea. This is the project management. Semua ni project management, including construction management dan site management is project management. And the whole process is whole construction project life cycle kita panggil. Kenapa purple? This one, which including the facility management. Daripada idea kita nak buat sampai kita robohkan balik. Okay, so that is whole construction project life cycle. So you know how to consider, with this topic, you know how to consider design as a suitable solution for construction development. You can describe types of management approach, which one is best suited for construction project, why project management is important. You actually develop the product, the project from idea